Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how I got this slider to work and how to edit the slides in admin. As you can see, it's just a simple slideshow that scrolls through images, I think around 7 seconds each, maybe a little bit less. And you can add a title, and obviously you can add an image, and you can add any kind of a link you want. You can add a link outside the site, or you can add a link to a different page on the site. And as you can see, when you roll over this area, you can easily move to another slide. Now, this is responsive, but I don't think I'm going to keep it responsive because if you're going to be using text, you probably don't want the text to shrink, and you definitely don't want this text to kind of slide off the slide as it looks kind of ugly. So what I'm probably going to do is make it so that when you're down below 960 viewport, it just disappears, because it really is just for show. So let's go into the modules, and I'll just show you which modules I used, because it is quite interesting and exciting. And let's see if I can even remember which all modules I installed specifically for doing this slideshow. Well, obviously we've got field group. I'm using field group in the add node. I'm using node reference. I'm using flex slider along with flex slider view slideshow and view slideshow itself, which all seem to work together to make this happen. So views cycle view slideshow. So going over to the structure, let me just show you the content type. The content type is home page slide, and the fields in use are the title, a checkbox as to whether or not you want to show the title, the caption, which is the body text, the text placement, whether you want it the text to appear on the right or on the left. Though I think we're probably just going to keep it on the right now that I've put these arrows down below. It'd be kind of weird if you went to the next slide and the text and the arrows ended up on the other side. That would be a little bit strange. And then, of course, we have the image. And then for links, we have the link text, which is this: visit this page now. This is a link to Google that text. And then we have a link to page, which is a list of all the pages on the site, so that if you wanted a link to a page on the site, you can just choose that. Or a link other, which is if you didn't choose a link to a page and you wanted a link to some other site somewhere else, or some other organization, you could add another link. So let's add a new homepage slide. And so you see here we have the basic info and the links. So for basic info, I am just going to put this is yet another slide. And for the text for this, we'll just put a bunch of these. I know it's a cop-out. I should probably go grab a lorem ipsum, but now you probably don't want to add more than about 2 of these lines worth of text. So I might shrink this down, although it kind of looks silly when you shrink it too far down, because as you can see, the text is quite large, and you don't want it to get to be more than about 7 lines altogether. Let's not worry about this for now. Let's choose an image. We'll choose this one. These are all images that I just found and downloaded. So, and then for the links, I'll demonstrate. You might want to link to a page. So I'm going to choose Human Rights Brigade and see what the HR Brigade is up 2, and then we'll just leave that blank. And that's all you have to do, and hit save. If we go up to the home page, well, we're already at the home page. We'll go to the home page. And you'll see it come up, either the second or the third one. There it is. And you see, as you can see, you probably don't want to go to use so much text that you obscure these arrows. So that'll be something that you can manage on your own. And if you click here, it brings you to, oops, that page. You know, I thought it might be fun to show you the view that I used to create the homepage slide block. I totally forgot about that. This is a simple view, and it's really just a one block view that uses the slideshow format. And for the settings, it's just an unordered list, and it uses the slideshow type flex slider. And all the rest, I think, are the defaults. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling in fields, and I'm pulling in all the fields, but then I'm not showing them. I've got all of these fields just excluded from display, and I'm stripping all of the styles from them. So I don't have any custom HTML, any default classes or anything, but they're all excluded from display. The link text, which is, that's also just the link text, and that's excluded from display, because I start using those when I build the last three fields, which is the other, the link to page, and then finally the custom text, which is the entire slideshow slide. So what we're doing here is we're also excluding that from display, but we're rewriting the output. We're rewriting the output using the field link text, which was the field link text we pulled from the text that you want your button to say, and then we output it as a link to field link other, which is the URL that you put in if you want to link to an outside website. And then for link to page, oh, and also no results behavior, we just hide rewriting. So it doesn't, if it doesn't have the other link, then it doesn't write it. Same thing with link to page. We're excluding it from display. We're rewriting it using the field link text, outputting it as a link to the node that you chose when you chose a drop-down. And again, if there are no results, i.e. if you haven't chosen a page to link to, then it won't rewrite it, so it'll just stay empty. And so then for the custom text area, I'm basically building I'm just basically building my HTML in here. I've got the image class, which is the image in the background. I've got the screen, which is what I'm calling this translucent gray background, or light, very light gray background. It's white, actually. And we have the text area, which has an outer and an inner. The outer is the same size as the box. The inner has I think a 20 pixel padding. And then we have the title, the caption, and the link. And in the link, we have the link to the other and the link to the page. And if either of those appears, then that's what's being styled by the link style. So, so it's just a simple link, but one or the other or neither will appear. So that is the nature of the view that I built to make this handy little slider.